Here we go. We are live only on YouTube from the Hammer, from the North Carolina. You still got two teams in the Sweet 16? Three.
There's three.
Well, there's three because there's NC State, and then the best team in the state.
Dukies.
Who, unfortunately, I'm a Duke fan, but I have them losing in the Sweet 16 to Houston.
Yeah, that Houston team is good. They're playing right now, aren't they?
They are. They're winning only by. I think they're up by 4. They just got. They went into the break. So
it's always fun seeing the upsets that happen, especially through the early rounds. You know, Oakland,
Yale. Yale is the game's been pushed back because the other ones went longer. So Yale be up. Yale be up next.
Purple Haze.
Purple Haze. Purple Haze is going to have some bad news because she was hoping, I think, we were going to be chatting about the SEC guy, but we're not actually going to be talking about the SEC guy and his dumb comments. So, you say let's go or whatever it is. You say here we go.
Hey, SPG.
Simply boned. That's right, the Olympic skater. Look at that with the hair. Ladies and gentlemen, he is going through his midlife crisis, so he's growing his hair out. He's got hair on all parts of his body. Just saying. It's just saying.
It is true. It's what they say. How are you, Jeff?
Hope the game was good. He is referring to the hockey game, your son's hockey game that you were at yesterday when you popped into my stream.
That's right. Yeah, they lost. They lost 3-1. It was a good team. They had a huge goalie, man. You know that commercial? I think it's a Geico commercial where that shows the walrus and the goal is the goalie, and he's like, "It's a freaking walrus." Have you ever seen that, Jeff?
I have not. We don't get that in Canada.
No, that's what this kid.
The hair makes him look younger. What if he got rid of the beard? He'd look really young.
I would look really young. Actually, you can't really tell because of the color and stuff, but I do have like some gray hair going on. So like when I take my hat off and I wear my hair, obviously that shows age. But when I shave my beard, I look like I'm like 25. So I'm not complaining because, you know, I like to have the youthful look, but yeah,
he's out with the wife, and people are like, "Look at the cougar! Look at the coug! Look at the coug with the young boy over there! Look at the coug!"
Keeping the hair out of my eye is a problem. It's not quite long enough to go by my ears or behind my ears. That's why I usually wear a hat. But today, I don't know. Felt like not wearing the hat. How about that?
Do you go borrow the scrunchies from the wife and daughter? You're like, here, honey, I need to borrow a scrunchie. Can you?
Actually, we went out the other day, and it's getting a little bit warmer, so I usually put it in a ponytail, and then I put my hat on and put the ponytail out the back of the hat. And so she forgot a hat the other day, and she was like, "Oh man, I can't see. I forgot a hair tie." And I was like, "Oh, you want to borrow mine?" Yep. Yeah, well.
Carly the Coug. That would be Coug with a K.
Carly the Coug.
Coug with a K.
Except she's not because I'm older than her. Had a nice little visit out to the tile store today, Jeff. I got suckered into a bathroom remodel. So yesterday I started tearing apart my kid's shower and had to go out to Greensboro, North Carolina. It was about an hour and 40-minute drive to a tile place so that I could get some wholesale prices on tile.
Nice.
Gotta love it.
I drove for an hour to a toy and collector con.
Yeah, you did. So did you have
I picked up 3 games. Video coming soon.
So I was going to ask you, did you make any content there? Are you allowed to talk about it before you release your video?
Of course I made content.
Okay. Did you have a favorite part or like a favorite thing you saw?
No.
There wasn't one thing you saw that you were like, "Oh my God, look at that." Okay.
No, it was just your typical. There's a con toy and collector con in like the next town over, so it's like a 15-minute drive. It's put on by the same people. So there was a lot of people there, but not a lot in the gaming
SPG said if I do it, I look like a dick.
Got that little man dick bun thing happening. Yep.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I didn't know my hair was going to be.
There was a Japanese. There was a Japanese Nintendo 64 in the box for 250 Canadian dollars. I sent that over to the team. I did send that.
250 yen.
No, Canadian pesos. I did. There was that. GameCube games still ridiculously high. They've come down. Hit and Run by The Simpsons on the GameCube now down to 100, where it was like 120, 150 last year, the year before that. So, yeah, it was. Did you not see the price? Yeah, it was 250 Canadian pesos for the Japanese Nintendo 64, and I'm not. And there was nobody there, so I had nobody. Like the guy, like people just wander, and whatnot, and I didn't feel like standing around. There was, though, it was hard because I wanted to check out some of the games, and there was always these consumers that were clearly not gamers, and everybody knows the difference between gamers and consumers, so I don't have to explain that. So, yeah. I've had a lot of trouble converting my American fund to Canadian pesos. Yeah, we all do. Yeah. So, anyways, and then there was a in the same town, because I never get to this town, even though it's only an hour away. There was a antique mall, which is just 4 stories. It's an old factory or something, and then they just got cubicles just wall to wall.
Do like people own those different different owners of the stuff? Yeah, so it's like a consignment store.
Basically, yes. And there's nobody there, so they're not manned, and you just pick up what you want, and then there's just a general cashier at the end. And there's stuff in locked cabinets, and there's staff walking around with keys, and you're like, oh, can I see what's in this cabinet? And they'll open the cabinet, and then they'll take it and bring it down to the cashier and wait for you to come down. I was gonna pick up on the PlayStation 3 Dragon's Dogma. But then I got to the back. I got downstairs, and there was like 2 lines, and they're like, "No, this is not the line. The line's over here." And there was that line that was already huge. And when I looked, I went, "That one's even bigger." And all you people are going to try to get over there. Back on the shelf. And you know what? If I was going to do Dragon's Dogma, I would have had to do it last weekend. I would have done that on Retro, because then I would have said, "Dragon Dogma 2, come and watch me play," and it would have been Dragon Dogma 1.
Yeah,
so by the time it makes it into the rotation, people will have stopped playing Dragon's Dogma and will be on to the next thing, because that's all people do now is like, oh, we're all about this game for like 2 weeks, and then it's like never hear of it again.
Playing Rocket League, still playing Rocket League.
There you
Did you play some baseball this week?
I played with Doc.
What'd you think of the game? You think it's an upgrade?
I haven't played it enough, because we played a few games ourselves against each other, and then we did the home run hitting contest. I've seen some other gameplay, and I said this last year. Sure, if it's animation based, the amount of animations, like there was infield hits that guys were running and backhanding it, spinning, and just like underhand whipping, and if those were all animations, the fact that they're even in the game blew me away last year. And they've apparently added more stuff in.
There's a lot more to customize. As far as like your home run song, your walk-up song, like you have different options. Like it's not just one thing that you pick. You have like a 2, 3. There's all kinds of equipment. I like how you open up the packs towards the end and you can unlock the traits, and so it's not, it doesn't feel like a pay to win or a pay to play, right? Like it's incorporated in the game. There is still stuff you can purchase, right? All games have that, but
I haven't played it nearly enough to get into it. I need to get into it more.
I think some of the things that were driving me nuts about it last year seem to have been fixed. For example, my player that I make, the road to the show, I made him a first baseman. Why did I make him a first baseman? Because it was easy. It's an easy position to play. I'm dead serious. Like that's the whole reason why I did it. And sometimes the ball would be hit to me, and it would be very herky jerky trying to get over to first base. Like it was kind of weird. Like you'd almost run past first base. And this year, it seems almost like a magnet. It really takes you to it, and it's cool. They've done some things to change, Jeff, where since I'm the first baseman, the throw will end, or the play will end with me, right? So as they throw it to first base. And so there's a lot more opportunities for you to be in the field now, because when they throw it to you, when you have those opportunities, it's a bad throw. And so it'll actually show a circle somewhere on the screen, and then it'll show a little glove, and you got to try to take the glove up into the circle in a certain amount of time. And it's like hard to do. Like it doesn't go easily, right? And so it makes you think you're going to miss it. And then when you get the glove to the circle, one of the buttons on the controller pops up, and you got to hit the right button.
Yeah. I haven't gotten to that yet. I haven't gotten to that yet.
So like things like that are really cool because it gives you more ways to play. But like all of these sports games, once you figure out those animations, and once you figure out like the sweet spot, you figure out where the ball curves at the right spot on the plate, when you want to swing, what kind of swing, like you just figure out how to play it, right? Now I'm not saying you become an expert. I'm just saying you kind of pick up on these moments. So I've enjoyed it a lot more. I got to the majors. I'm in like my 10th game with the majors, but
nice.
It's so easy to play that game because do you know of another game where it simulates what it needs to between games and loads the next game as fast as the show does?
I don't.
It's crazy to me. Like you literally hit play next game and you're at the next game. And it's already like simulated all the other games that were supposed to happen to like standings and everything.
Yeah, when I did go to the show last year, I noticed that. Yeah.
It's amazing to me.
Yep.
So
Yep.
Who's on first? I just read your comment, jerk. Sanchez. You gotta start at first at least, you know. Sometimes you end there.
I used to play shortstop. When I played last year, I played shortstop.
Did you?
I did.
Nice. Nice.
I did.
Got to play in the shorty stop. I played shortstop. I played center field. I played pitcher. I played first base.
Obviously, you pitched. I did both. I did shortstop, and I also pitched. So I was playing almost every game, right? Because I'd pitch, and then I'd field a few, and then I'd go back in the pitch, and then I'd field a few. And when I was doing the road last year, but yeah, I got some more stuff to do this year. I just just didn't get a chance to.
And then there's another game that I downloaded from Game Pass, and I thought about you. I talked about it.
Is that late year one?
Yeah. I started playing that a little bit. So it's like an open world mining exploratory type game. Yeah, that's real colorful. Like that one on Stadia that we used to play, Planet of the something.
I don't know. When you start a question, what was that game on Stadia? I'm out because I will not remember any of them. So
I mean, maybe you will. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm dumb. No, I saw that, and it was on the list. We discussed it, but it never bubbled up.
Yeah, well, there's been quite a bit that's happened this week. I've been out of the loop a little bit, so this show was a good chance for me to kind of catch up on some things. Between 3 soccer games and a hockey game, and starting these renovation projects, plus work. We're in the pre-show, and Jeff has a phone call. Not to say too much of your personal phone call, but you got asked a question. You're like, I have a job. Like, I have to work.
It was my mother.
So it was just funny listening to you because I felt like you were saying my life.
I didn't play with Ray last night because I was supposed to take my mom somewhere this morning. So I didn't play with Ray because I needed to get up early. And I did. I got up early. I got ready. And then I got a text saying, don't come. I was supposed to take my mom to see someone in the hospital. And I woke up and I got ready. And then like at 9:30, she texted and said, yeah, don't come today.
Well,
so I was like, all right. So, yeah. And so she said, can you come Wednesday? So I had to remind my mother that I have a job.
Once, it's hard to change plans again for work. So in the same week.
Yeah. And it's a short week for us. It's a short week.
Oh,
this
well,
week's rest.
you off tomorrow or you off Friday?
Friday.
Good Friday.
Good Friday. It is a legal statutory holiday in all of Canada.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, I don't get that one.
Mm-hmm.
We said screw Easter.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
So anyways, my brother's going to deal with it, but that's why I have to keep reminding my mother that I do have a job.
Did you see how he said I ran a game show that you lost? You actually beat him, didn't you?
No, I lost.
Yeah.
Technically, I guess if you look, I won, but technically, realistically, I lost. But you know. But
well, we got a lot of stuff to get into.
We do.
Here,
we do. Are we ready to go? We ready to go?
I think so. I think we'll get it going. We are.
Hey, I was at this this toy and collection fair, and I did record some B-roll, and I did record an intro, and I did record an outro, and I'm going to edit it all with Wondershare Filmora, right there.
Like it.
I will be putting it all together, and I will be doing no AI. It's all me. And I'm going to talk about
Might
the 3
be one
games.
of the last videos that's all you. AI is going to take over everything soon.
I forget what 3 games I bought. So.
Oh, Jeff. All right, we're going to catch up on how Unreal was the state of Unreal.
Oh, William's here. He's going to have thoughts. He's going to have thoughts. He's going to have thoughts on that.
For anyone that might have missed it, we'll catch up there. We're going to talk about an esport hack job. If you don't know what we're talking about, stay tuned. Kate has been seeing, so Crow Resin can finally sleep at night because, what is she? The Duchess of? She's not the Duchess of York.
She's the Princess of Wales.
Princess of Wales. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Post of the week. She was
a duchess until the queen died, and he became king because the first in line to the throne becomes the Princess of Wales.
So now she is a princess.
Yeah,
okay.
She was the Duchess of Cambridge, but she is now the Princess of Wales.
Cambridge. I said York. Who the
heck
is the Duchess of York?
Yeah.
All
yep.
Right. 5 guesses. I've got 5 guesses for you today. It's a good one. one. So I'm gonna challenge your historical knowledge about something.
Mm-hmm.
What are we going to talk about?
We're not talking about Dragon's Dogma 2. It came out. I know Bruce Campbell and Paul both love the game. We're playing it all weekend, as far as I know. So, but it's not without controversy, but we're not going to talk about it. I know Purple said she was hoping we were going to discuss, or she thought we might discuss the SEC commissioner and his boneheaded comments, but that he was just butthurt. So we're not going to talk about it. And I think you might be too old and your kids might be too young to know who Dan Schneider is and all the Nickelodeon, but we're certainly not going to talk about what he's going through. And I hear we're going to talk about your bracket. We're
not going to talk about my bracket. I'm not even going to tell you where I stand because we're not going to talk about it.
91, what did I say? 91 point something percent when I looked earlier when we did the dress rehearsal. I think it was at 91% accuracy. I'm still in 2 millionth place. I'm still in 2 millionth place, but you know.
I think I'm at like what? We're not going to talk about it.
Okay. Oh, and Crow Resin is here just in time.
Oh, Crow Resin is so fantastic. We have an entire episode to talk about NC State next. There we go.
He did pick them because that's all we talked about last week. He did pick them in one of his brackets. So.
Oh, he did?
He did.
Oh, my gosh.
He did.
I actually had them winning these first 2 games, I think, in one, and then I had them getting knocked out in the first round in the other. So I did 2. I did one with the Final Four that I chose on the show last week, and then I did another one where I had Arizona winning it all. So both of them suck.
There you go.
All right, we're not talking about that. We're talking about this. So the state of Unreal. Jeff, you had to catch me up on a lot of what was going on in here, but big news from Epic Games.
Your neighbors. Your neighbors.
My neighbors, yeah. And
your neighbors. We just call them your neighbors because you're.
That's right.
You could fly. Could you fly your drone over their office?
I could fly it over their office if I drove up the road to get there.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't fly it from here. I only have it's only got like a mile radius.
Oh, I don't know these things.
Yeah. The updates to Unreal Engine 5.4. So that was very exciting news. A lot of things were getting shown off or teased, I guess, not necessarily shown off. But the Avengers game, that 1943 game, was very big. And then the fact that they're going to put the store into a mobile app was pretty big too. Fall Guys. You like playing Fall Guys with Purple Haze?
I do. Is Purple Haze still here? Did Purple Haze hear the big Fall Guys news? Purple, are you here? Did you hear the big Fall Guys news? Hang on, what's the SPG? He wrote a whole lot of words here. Unreal is a huge advancement in tech. It's amazing, but technology is going to force the console to make their next version sooner than later. PS6 in 26 or 28. So, yeah, Unreal Engine 5.4, and we talked about it before. This is a callback to previous episodes. Disney made a 10% investment because they want to use Unreal Engine, and 5.4 just like they were on screen and they were like, man, do this and do that, and guy was doing it live. And I know SPG wants to see gameplay from the Marvel game. He wants to see guy with controller clicking and clacking, and they didn't show that. So he wasn't that happy, but yeah, huge. So that's that huge Fortnite news. Starting in 2025, the Fortnite game will be built in UEFN. So right now it's built in Unreal Engine. They built Unreal Engine for Fortnite, right? So they got two different products, and everything is going to slowly merge into that one. So that's going to make it more seamless. There's some feature gaps at the moment, but they're going to eliminate that. They are bringing, I know you're a big fan of Rocket League and the Fortnite racing. You can build your own maps now. We could build our own maps, Crow. Lego. We could build our own maps in Lego. But
Ninjago.
But with all of the Fortnite stuff, you know that they take their cut, right? So all these custom maps, custom worlds, custom tracks, right? Fortnite takes their cut, right? So they people make money. Fortnite takes their cut. With the Lego, after Epic has taken their piece, Lego gets 15% of the revenue. So you got to split take 15% off what you make after what they've done, and ship it to the Lego Group. So that's interesting. So I wonder if that will spur or hinder development. So that'll be interesting. Is there anything else? That's right. Fall Guys is coming to Fortnite. Fall Guys is coming.
Does that mean the Fall Guys will not be standalone and you'll have to play it through Fortnite?
No, it'll still be standalone, much like Rocket League is, but they're going to have a Fortnite, and they're going to have the little, what are those, peanuts? What are those little Fortnite guys called? Little jelly beans? What the hell are those things called?
Yeah.
So and for the shooters in the Fortnite is going first person in 2025, because right now it's third person. They're going to have a first person mode. Yes, there are some hacks and there's some other people who have kind of built their own first person. This will be native in the game, so you'll be able to go first person in that as well. But yeah, so Purple, you'll be able to move from Fall Guys to Fortnite. Fall Guys.
You know what makes me so sad? What makes me so sad, Jeff, is that there's all this attention for Fortnite. And yet the best game that Epic owns sits there without a fresh engine update in 7 years.
Isn't that because they fired everybody? Didn't they lay everybody off that worked there?
So crazy.
It clearly wasn't making the money. Clearly wasn't making as much money as Fortnite is.
Don't you start with me, Purple Haze. Those are fighting words.
Rocket League, Rocket Racing is a mode in Fortnite. Rocket Racing is a Ford in Fortnite.
Yeah, I hope it can lead to an update for the game. You were gung ho about this game when we were talking earlier.
Uh,
Did they show you any trailer or any
yes.
preview of it at all? Yes, they did.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, they did.
All
Yeah,
right.
and that's what William saw, and William, he's like, yeah, that's a nice little cut scene, and that's very cinematic and very nice, and that he wanted more gameplay. He wanted, he wanted someone with a controller, clicking and clacking, and he wanted to see that. They're not quite ready for that yet. Game's not coming out till next year.
I
But
read something about Baldur's Gate 3, how there's more cinematic in Baldur's Gate 3 combined than all of the Game of Thrones series put together. So,
Yep.
Mr. William, for your game there, Baldur's Gate 3, you got to watch a few cutscenes. So,
Yep.
Tisk tisk.
Yep.
I think this is bigger news than I think it's getting attention for, because Fortnite is coming back to iOS, right? They're going to be putting that back into the store, but they're also going to be making this app for Epic Games. And you had made a point earlier, especially for those folks that like to play on GFN or places where they have to claim their games. Now you'd be able to do it right from the app, right?
Is that a big deal? It's just another app you have. Is it though? Is it though? I don't know. I don't know if this is. I don't know if this is. I'm never going to install this app. If I want to get the free game, I'm just going to go to epic.com and I'm just going to click and I'm going to do the free game. So, is this gonna? I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna. The fact that it's coming is going to be great, but I don't know if I'm never going to install it. I'm never going to install it. Oh, and one other thing about Epic and Fortnite and all of that. If you use code, don't forget to use code Jeff Janak, #ad, #Epic Partner.
It's in his contract.
Well, considering I had over 1,000 hours on Stadia and I've gotten $600 on Steam, I'd say I've seen quite a few of them. Well, there you go. Oh, not all. Oh, not all. Not all.
Not all.
Well, there you go. I'm pretty sure you have seen them all. I can't imagine that you haven't seen any of them. I can't imagine.
Yeah, I think I don't know, man. Fortnite's just it's becoming.
But you know what?
I
guess if you play GFN on your TV, because there's a GFN TV app. Is there a GFN ambassador in the crowd? Someone can confirm that. So I guess if you want to then just go on, open up the app on your 4, buy the game using code using code Jeff Janak, #ad, #Epic Partner, or just claim the free game, still code Jeff Janak, #ad, #Epic Partner, and then you want to go to your GFN on your TV, then I guess it does make sense. Then you don't have to find your computer.
#, partner.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm not. Don't tweet that.
It would come up and say creator not found if they put in Ryzak.
Creator not found. Who is Ryzak? Well, big announcements for them.
They're like, he's the guy down the street from us. We don't want him.
He's the guy that used to complain to us that we didn't bring Fortnite to Stadia every day.
Yeah.
As they build their mega McMansion campus down the road as well. Yep. Disney paid for that. That's going to be the second building that Disney will have paid for around me in my life. The first one was T.C. Williams High School. Do you know what T.C. Williams High School is, Jeff?
I do not. Is that Tennessee? Tennessee Williams?
It's not called T.C. Williams High School anymore, actually.
Oh.
I don't know what the school is called.
Is that
Jeff, have you ever seen the movie Remember the Titans?
Nope.
No? Okay.
Nope.
It's a Disney movie about a high school football team that
I've heard of that. Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, that school was a school that my high school used to play. So my high school is in that movie. It's pretty cool.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
All right. I think that's it with Epic. Was that epic? Do you think that was
It was adequate.
It was adequate?
It was adequate.
What would you have liked to have seen from them?
Oh no, it was fine. Oh no. Yeah, no, it's good.
Okay.
New maps and racing. Some new maps.
I have my issues with Epic, so it takes a lot for them to wow.
I know you do.
So, all right. Well, esports. Epic's got a few games that that have some esports, and another one that's really big is Apex Legends. Apex Legends is a really big esport, and at a recent tournament, one of their players was in the middle of playing when all of a sudden aimbot. We share ties to Hayfield. What? That's right, Reed Stockman. Hayfield graduated in 75.
Reed's old.
Might know my mom. Oh my God.
He might have dated your mom. Maybe Reed dated your mom.
I think my mom graduated in 74. Reed.
Ooh. Oh no, because what kind of guy goes out with an older woman in high school?
Reed Stockman, I'm just gonna say it right now. If you know Mark Craver, or if you knew of Mark Craver, then we'll have to talk. He's no longer with us. He passed away, but he was my English teacher and he went there too. So all right. Apex Legends. In the middle of your game, you're competing for money, Jeff, and you get aimbot thrown onto your computer.
And the see-through walls bot, whatever that's called.
Yes.
Whatever that was called.
And the player started calling it out right away if you watched the video, right? He's like, I got aimbot, right?
I got hacked. I'm leaving the game, and he left the game, and they suspended the thing. And if you guys know, friend of the channel, Pirate Software, he has done multiple videos on this. He is a former hacker. He currently is a developer, but he's a former hacker. He used to hack. He worked for Activision and is responsible for banning over 2 million people. He worked for the government doing hacking. He is an expert in this, and he has done multiple videos about this topic, better than I could do it justice. And so if you're interested in this, go watch Pirate Software's breakdown. Even Charlie did a pretty good breakdown of this. Again, I yield to them. They are much smarter than me when it comes to this. But I think, and someone correct me if I'm wrong, it wasn't it. Well, and it comes down, there's anti-cheat software. One reason.
Do they use the easy cheat for Apex?
Yeah.
So would those players at the tournament have had to load in through that?
No, they think it might have been the virus on the person's computer. And the person who said he did it for fun, Destroyer 2009, years ago, there's a video of him spawning enemies in some match against another guy, and this guy just kept respawning things, and so yeah.
SPG said, is this the guy that was messing with us in RDO?
It may have been. It very well may have been.
Is that when you were like, didn't SPG keep catching on fire or something?
He's always catching on fire. Yeah. You think
I thought there was somebody you were playing with, though, that kept lighting you guys on fire or something one time. Yeah?
Yeah. I think last week, was it last week or the week before we got attacked by a tornado? We got tornado. It was a tornado, Will, that attacked you, like the tornado.
It's a twister.
That's why we do call to arms, because we get thrown into our own little server and there's no hackers. That's really why we stick to call to arms, and we don't really do very much else, because there's just too much other crap going on in that, right? So yeah. So,
well, I don't think anything came of this as far as penalization for any of the players or anything like that, right? So
not yet.
They're probably
shot across the screen like a bottle rocket, and I got stuck in of the flaming
inside
tornado.
The flaming tornado, flaming twister.
Now, speaking of that, I did do a short. When we play to call to arms and we get into a later round, there have these guys that are harder to kill. We call them bucket heads because they got this metal bucket on their head, and it's not just like 1 or 2 shots. They take a number of shots to kill. One of them climbed up on the roof where Ray was, and Crow was shooting at him, and Ray really was just going all Mike Tyson on him, just with the fists, not even with a gun. He was just pounding on him with his
fists. That was
fist.
your tweet about the Mike Tyson Jake Paul the other day.
Yeah. So so it's my because I was dead. SPG and I were dead. So I was watching Ray, and I'm like, Ray, look out! This guy Ray's just pounding the crap, and Crow's trying to shoot him, and Ray's just beating him up with fisticuffs. It is absolutely hilarious. Crow said to
That's
me afterwards,
hilarious.
because he saw it all through his scope because he was trying to shoot the guy. So to see the other perspective was quite funny. So yeah, you got to watch that. Got to watch that YouTube short of Ray going all Mike Tyson on this guy. But yes, so anyways, yeah, it's and again, these cheats are getting, there's the cheats are getting installed right at the kernel level. They're going to be so they can see everything on your computer, which I absolutely hate. One of the reasons why I don't play Helldivers on PC. I guess I could get it on PlayStation 5, but
you could.
I could, but
call up your friends at Sony Canada. Say, yo, Helldivers 2. Hook a brother up.
It's one reason why I haven't played it.
It's true.
So
true.
Plus, I'm behind.
Creator code at Jeff Janak. # sponsor. # partner.
Something like that.
# donate.
Yeah, exactly. So, anyways,
he shovels.
We'll have to. We'll keep an eye on the. We'll keep an eye on this and see if there's any more event hacking.
Because you see, Jeff, here's the thing. When we keep an eye on something, 9 times out of 10, they find it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Crow Resin, your wish is our command. Kate has been found, Crow. And she is okay. She's just dealing with some stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, the Princess of Wales has been diagnosed with cancer, and she is in treatment. And she would like you to respect her and her family's privacy at this time. She's keeping everyone that suffers from this disease in her heart and her mind, and she would like to encourage everybody to keep fighting and push through. And I think it's a very great message. And I think that we can finally put this to bed now.
We are going to put it to bed. That has not stopped the conspiracy people from finding an old clip of her wearing the same shirt in 2006 and saying that this was fake AI. #cold storage. Unfortunately, if you watch your hand that has the ring on it, the ring disappears in this AI fake. Yeah. We're not buying it.
Yes.
We're not buying it.
So,
we are done. We are done with Kate. We are leaving her. Next time we will discuss Kate is when she becomes queen. When she becomes queen. That is the next time we will discuss it. And you got to remember Fast Willie there. You got to remember Fast Willie. Oh, he apologized to Crow. Fast Willie lost his grandmother, his grandfather, and grandmother in a couple of years, right? Now his dad has cancer. His wife has he's going through in the last 3 years he's going through a lot.
And he's been bald since like 20, right?
He does not have.
Wasn't he voted? Hair. Didn't we say he was voted as the sexiest bald man?
I don't know. He does not have Ryzak hair.
He does not. No, I bet he wishes he did though. He
probably looks at the show and goes, "Damn it, I can't. I'm going to downvote that because of his hair." That dude, we're downvoting because of his hair. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's definitely seen a thing or two.
Yeah, he's going through a bunch for a guy in his 40s. He's going through a bunch. So
long, Kate, Princess Kate.
We will see you when you become
nice
queen.
Talking about you for a couple of weeks.
Yep.
See you later.
We will talk to you again.
Now we're on to bigger and better things. So
Jeff, I have a
Yeah. I was going to ask you a question first. You have been kind of getting yourself wrapped up into different sports over the last few years.
I have.
All
my life, really.
Really venturing out there and learning more about them and trying to find those. And a couple of those passions you've brought into the show, right?
That leads me to a question. And you're a sports guy. You've done sports as well. And this is a kind of a mini 5 guesses. What are some ways that you've seen games or tournaments or something postponed or canceled? Remember, there was the San Francisco earthquake. Was it an earthquake? back in, was that the 90s? Where's Ray? Where's Ray when we need Ray? Right?
You had the lights that went out in the Super Bowl.
Oh, that's right. Forgot about that one. Yep, forgot about that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we've had many a streaker that have run onto the field and stuff like that.
True, but that's most of them has become because they were making bets themselves that there would be a streaker. I would have bet $100,000 there's going to be a streaker at the Super Bowl. Nobody's streaking. Well, I'm going to do it. Damn it! How much is the fine? $10,000. Well, I make it 100, so I'm up.
Wasn't there a baseball game where a kid got hit with a ball, and they postponed the game? Because the player, I want to say it was like Jim Rice or something like that. He like tended to the kid and like took his uniform off and was like holding the kid's head and stuff. I'm pretty sure that there was like a episode in baseball.
It could be
where there was somebody that hurt. But regardless, I mean, we see a few of them. Why?
Well, yesterday the Sail GP, and I've talked about it before. The big sailing championships, the games yesterday had to be postponed. It has taken place this weekend in New Zealand. It had to be postponed because there was a lot of extra dolphins around. I know it in the tweet, it says mammal activity, but there was extensive dolphins in the area. And so they had to postpone the 4 races that they scheduled yesterday.
It's mating season, Jeff.
It's really not because it's winter over there. It's heading into their fall.
They gotta get it in while they can before it gets too cold.
It's getting in the fall there.
Then they got to go back to their little dolphin homes and they gotta hibernate.
So the racing was canceled in Christchurch, New Zealand, because of dolphins. Yep. But when you're sailing, that's what happens.
Did that Randy Johnson game get delayed when he killed that bird?
I don't think so.
For some reason, that's sticking out to me, too.
I don't think so.
Wasn't there a game where there was like a bunch of bees flying around?
Well, that could be. That could be.
You know?
Could be. But dolphins. First time I think we've had a sporting event postponed because of dolphins.
Yeah, I don't know that I've ever heard of that one before. They just wanted to sail with the boats. They just wanted to, come on, I'll show you the way.
They should have thrown on some flags on each of the countries and had them. So, and shout out to Phil Robertson, who is New Zealand by birth, but is the captain of the Canadian team. Came third. Got a third place finish. Yep, they did 3 races. They did 3 races today. I'm gonna call it today, Sunday, because it was actually Saturday night when I watched it because of the time change. So I did watch it last night, but it was today, technically, over there. So, yeah. So there you go. Post of the week, Sail GP.
Prolonged mammal activity. Love it.
Dolphins.
Well, let's jump over
because I went to fire it up last night. Well, the night before, Friday night, and it was like, "Hey, what's going on?"
There you go. GOG is getting into cloud gaming, partnering with Amazon Luna. You are really excited about this now that Luna is in Canada. You were telling me earlier that all of these old games that you've bought that you have through GOG, you're going to be able to finally play them in the cloud.
Maybe.
But you were concerned because you weren't sure that they'd be there. Why?
Well, in order for them to be there, the developers have to go back and like flip a switch. They have to click the button, just like they do for GFN. They have to go click the button. And, GOG stands for good old games. Old is in the name. So are developers going to go back? Are they going to make any money? Can they even bother doing it? Are they still in business? So we will see how many games. And I know Mr. Chappelle was, saying, hey, this could have been Stadia, but
could have been,
probably
should have been, but it's not.
Have been. Nope,
but it's not. Well, that's good. I'm glad to see Luna get at least a wider catalog. That's good.
Do I own any games on GOG?
I feel like you've bought something from GOG. I think I did a couple of free games there from one time. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think I bought that Will, if you're still here, didn't we buy the Lord of the Rings Battle of Mordor game or something like that? Wasn't it like a free claim through GOG? I thought that's what it was.
I may have claimed some free games from them because that's all I do. I don't buy games.
Yeah. You get them
So
gifted.
that's why I don't know if I actually have any games on GOG. To be honest, I don't know.
Maybe it was, but it's good news for Amazon. It is
good for them. Yep.
You also had the Steam rolled out new updates to the family share this past week, and it went great. No, it didn't. It didn't go great at all.
Really?
In fact, it went so bad that Crow Resin deleted it. He said,
"No, that's not what he. That is not true." But we're not going to speak of we're not going to speak of that. No. He installed this and he played great. He has played some games that his kids owned. So, as far as I know, this actually looks pretty good.
I like this. I like this tweet right here. This person keeps talking about how it keeps crashing. This guy's like, go to launch options, type in all this jazz, copy and paste. He says, I'll just uninstall it instead.
Yeah. No, Crow installed the family option beta, whatever it is, and he was playing some games. I don't know which ones. He was playing some, and some he liked and some he didn't like, which of course he uninstalled. But
I had done the family sharing maybe like 2 years ago when I was trying to open up some games for my son to be able to play, and it didn't work very well for me. Is it better now?
Better now, because that was my question. I'm going, have they not already had this? And they said no, it was something, but this is better. This
was like
works
an
more like
option
it
for
was.
you to do it, but this is like an application, right?
Yeah. This is, and it's exactly like it used to be on Stadia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So Crow said it. Crow said it worked great.
It's very good.
The games he played, he didn't like, but the process worked great.
Good.
Yeah, but I think you have to install a different app, like a beta app of something. So I'll just wait until it's incorporated in Steam. Because there's nothing my kids have and that I want to play, and there's nothing I have that they want to play.
Right. My son plays 5 games, so that's it.
My oldest son was getting back into Dragon's Ball Z because of the guy dying.
Because of Stadia.
Yeah. No, the guy dying.
I know. I'm just messing with you. I've mentioned Stadia a couple times tonight, so I figured why not another one. You've been doing your fair share of March Madness watching. I'm sure you've had everything on your computers. I'm sure you would have loved to have had 4 games on the same TV, but instead you have 4 TVs, so you're able to put one game on each one. Like a sports bar down there. Pretty cool option. I have YouTube TV, and I didn't get to watch any basketball this week. I watched one game on my computer while I was working, or at least had it on. So I didn't get to use this. Have you heard of anybody that used this? Have they said, whether this?
I don't, because again, a lot of my friends are Canadian. This is the YouTube TV is not a thing up here, so
yeah. Well,
and I don't know if Ray has it. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I saw something the other day. But I probably should have had it in here as a story. But the guy that does Red Zone, what is his name? Chris something?
Scott Hansen?
Scott Hansen.
Chris Hansen is the pedophile guy.
Right. So Scott Hansen. He's doing like a Red Zone for the Olympics.
Oh, cool.
I should have pulled that up and sent that to you.
We'll talk about it next week.
Yeah. This was some interesting news this past week. I know we tend to stay out of political and religious conversation on this show. It just doesn't really do anybody any good, right? But
Correct.
This really wasn't about politics as much as it was about money. And that's something that you follow and know an awful bit about. I heard a little bit about this story. So please correct me, because I know you're going to have to. But the fact that they took it as a publicly traded company offered some layers of protection. Do I understand that correctly?
They're doing it through a SPAC, which is it's basically like a holding company. And then this is going to merge. So that business is going to merge into it, thus becoming a publicly traded company.
Because I thought I read something that because they were becoming a publicly traded company, their valuation was going to like triple overnight.
Correct.
which was going to therefore give enough cash to be able to pay some of this.
It's paper. Back. It's paper money for one.
Right.
It's on paper, and B, as with just like any like Reddit went public this week. We didn't talk about that. But Reddit
they had some major issues with Reddit this week too. By the way,
so Reddit went public. He'll have to follow the same rules. There's at least 6 months before he can divest any of the money. And if anybody out there watching has gotten any shares, any warrants, anything like that, there is always this cool down period. And so, yes, he may on paper may get 2 or 3 or 4 X billion, but he's not going to be able to cash it out on Tuesday and use it.
Gotcha.
Right. So, yep.
Okay.
Yep. SPACs were the big thing a couple of years ago, around the beginning of the pandemic. My boy Chamanth is a big proponent of the SPACs, and it's just a quick way of getting something public, merging it in with the SPAC, because the SPAC's already public. So, yep. So it's basically just a holding company, and then it's merging into it. That's all.
You know that GIF that you see of Zach Galifianakis, and it's got like all the equations and like the question marks and all that stuff like going up, and he's looking at what you just talked about. That was me. I got SPAC, and I don't even know what it stands for.
Special Purpose Acquisition.
Oh,
company.
See, there you go. Hey, don't say you didn't come to Coffee Talk and not learn anything today, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, something else that we have learned about here recently is that you can use pork to repair a human body.
I'm very interested in this.
Well, not quite. These surgeons up in Boston transplanted a kidney from a genetically engineered pig into a 62-year-old man. The new kidney began producing urine shortly after the surgery. Very interesting.
My neighbor across the street has a pig, apparently. I've never seen it, but the guy who moved out, who lived next door, he said that his kids would get freaked out because the pig often would look through their window because it's right next to it. I've never seen it, but pigs also like pumpkins, and his house is just covered in pumpkins at the end of Halloween because everybody brings their pumpkins to his place. He throws most of them out, but he has this pig, and so if I ever get kidney issues again, I'm just going and just taking this pig and just saying, here, take the liver, put it in me, take the rest, make me bacon.
So you can eat the bacon,
put the kidney in me.
While you're going to the bathroom.
That's it. Exactly, with the kidney.
Man, this is so weird. Genetically engineered pig.
Is that like Dolly? Must be like Dolly.
I guess so. I guess so. It'll be the best BLT of his life. Probably. From one pig to just an old fart. Robert De Niro, here he is with his 10-month-old daughter at 80 years old. We talked about this a while back now, Jeff.
We did.
I mean, many months ago.
We did.
So this is kind of touching back up.
Probably 10 months ago. Probably 10 months ago.
Yeah, probably. That's right. 80 years old, man. Not only was he able to get his lady pregos, but like how, like, I mean, I know how, don't get me wrong. Like, you're going to call the child and the child's going to call him dad, but like, how does that not put off like grandpa vibes, great grandpa vibes, man? You know?
It's true.
I wonder how, I wonder how that works for him, you know?
Apparently it works quite well.
Yeah, I guess so.
Wait, I wasn't for that. Hang on. Where is it?
Got it.
Sorry, I wasn't ready for the sound effects.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Hey, the NBA is shutting down G League Ignite.
Not G League.
Team. Yeah.
But
The G League team Ignite, sorry.
Yeah. Yes.
There's just a lot of repercussion coming out from like the NIL deal. And then this most recent transfer portal, what they've seen out of it. This team was seen as kind of like that gateway for those opportunities. And it's not really needed anymore because, they can do all this other stuff. So going to go ahead and get rid of the team. Like you said, the G League is not suspended. So the G League still has their, affiliate teams.
Yeah.
But they will not offer this team anymore going forward. So I wonder, with Kentucky losing, Kentucky was one of the big, like, one and done schools, right?
They've lost in the first round 2 of the last 3 years.
They have, but they were one of the ones that really kind of started this one and done trend of all of these, like, college to pro players after 1 year, right?
Yeah, Duke
after they said that the high school
Duke had their fair share.
They did, but I think
Calipari
is kind of the
Dion,
face.
for example.
Yeah, I think Calipari is kind of the face of that because you look at like Anthony Davis, John Wall, like, and that was all prior to Zion, right? And I just wonder if especially with something like this happening, if we'll start to see more players stick around in college because of those NIL deals, right? I don't have to necessarily jump to the pros anymore to make money. Make money in college now. So maybe that'll entice someone to play more.
I saw an interesting video of the last, I don't know how many, like the big breakout star of the March Madness tournament, like that one guy who did, who was like the face of that year and what happened to him. And a few of them went on to the NBA and had moderately, and then they moved to Italy or did something else. And a few of them were in the G League and whatnot. Right. So, but yeah, they can make, that's why a lot of guys were turning pro because they wanted to, they wanted to make the money.
Start making money. Well,
so we'll have to see.
Where there's one opportunity lost, there's another gained. Aaron Taylor Johnson has been offered the role of James Bond. Jeff, I sent this to you. What was your first question? What was your first comment back to me?
Who?
He said who. Okay.
I did.
For those of you not tracking at home, okay, Aaron Taylor Johnson is the same guy that played Kick-Ass. Nobody saw the movie Kick-Ass? It's a great movie. Kick-Ass.
No, he was in the MCU. He played Wanda's little friend, the blonde-haired kid.
Yeah. Purple Haze said who too. Man, didn't you see Kick-Ass?
Yeah. No,
I think there were a couple of other movies he was in that are more recent.
Yeah.
Huh?
There was Marvel, there was Wanda, and whoever that blonde guy, blonde kid.
I think there was like a controversial series on Netflix that was out recently that he was in or something that like my daughter watched. But I know him from Kick-Ass. So if you've ever seen the movie Kick-Ass about the kid that wants to be a superhero and goes out at night and tries to fight people, and it's got like Jim Carrey and stuff in it, that's who this guy is. So he's going to be the next James Bond.
Nope. Apparently he's got a 6-pack. Apparently looks good with a shirt off, apparently.
There you go. So Purple Haze. Now you can go find out who Aaron Taylor Johnson is. And you can wash your clothes at the same time on his abs.
There you go.
Per Jeff. Hey, last week we talked about NVIDIA and how there were 3 authors that were going to be suing them based off of the language learning model books that they had created, saying that NVIDIA was using those documents to be able to help train its language learning model. And then it was like Monday or Tuesday, you sent me this, and NVIDIA talks about their Blackwell AI super chip. And I asked you the question back, are these two related? And I don't think we were ever able to follow up on that. But more the reason why I wanted to talk about this was just kind of to elaborate again what we talked about last week. NVIDIA is going nuts right now. I mean, their stock is just like their cards are everywhere. Now you got an AI super chip coming, right? So they are like in the market corner, and they're exploding right now. So I still don't know if this is what could possibly be the lawsuit, or what the lawsuit could possibly be about. But you hear, when you listen to this video, you hear a lot of instant. He's talking about a lot of instant. It's just already there. It's just, like you don't have to wait for anything. So pretty crazy how fast we advance with speed, and then everything just continues to get smaller. I mean, we've been talking about that for a long time, but more importantly, just that NVIDIA is just freaking blowing up right now. So,
yep.
AI super chip. Are you doing any language learning stuff on your free time or for your work? No,
I am not.
Yeah, I've shared a couple of times. My work has when they're pushing us to use it, and so I was using it a little carelessly last week on purpose to see if it would give me any sort of error messages.
Cool.
Nothing.
Okay. Nice.
Nothing. I was a little shocked. So.
Nice.
All right, here we go. You sent this one over to me. Richard Simmons. Everybody knows who Richard Simmons is. He put out this tweet here that led to a chain of tweets. And Jeff, I told you I'm letting you take this one over because you knew more about it than I did.
Yeah, basically he put this tweet out, said he's dying. And everyone's like, what the hell? He's dying? Richard Simmons is dying? Everybody knows Richard Simmons. And apparently the media was reaching out and everybody wanted a statement and blah, 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 blah. And then he had to put out a little tweet storm saying, wait. I just wanted you to know everyone's going to die. And here's how you can maybe not die so early.
Hey, Jeff, I'm going to wake up.
Cool.
I'm going to wake up tomorrow.
Nice. I hope you do.
Everybody's going to wake up tomorrow.
Well, not everybody.
And when we do, we're going to give a big stretch and a big yawn. We're all going to want to go back to bed. But we're going to get up and we're going to go downstairs and make that cup of coffee while we listen to Coffee Talk all over again, just so that we can hear what I'm about to say. I think celebrities need to stop tweeting.
Well, the message is a good message. He just started it off wrong.
Yeah.
By saying he was going to die.
I think they just need to stop. A big hug really goes a long way. If you have time, I want you to listen to a terrific song. It is by Tim McGraw. It's called "Live Like You Were Dying."
There are some other tweets where he said, "Wait, sorry, I'm not really dying. I just was telling you." Yeah.
Yeah, but unfortunately for you, the body that you find will be the one that you put there. So
no, I think he's talking about me.
He's talking about you?
I think so.
Nice.
I think so.
Strippers in the bathtub again?
Yeah.
Hey, quick news update here. Peter Angelos. We talked a couple weeks back about the Orioles were looking to sell their team. Peter Angelos was the Baltimore Orioles owner for much of the last 33 plus decades, 30 plus years. He built Camden Yards, the ballpark that they currently play in Baltimore, amongst other things. Handled Cal Ripken's retirement, the Lou Gehrig push, all that stuff. So had a lot of really cool things that happened to him while he was an owner. Of course, like with all sports owners, there's controversy that follows them. So, not to belabor a sad point, but he has passed away. I don't know if the rights that he had to the team passed to the heirs to deal with. I don't know about that, but I don't know that sale went final. I don't remember hearing anything about it final yet. So
yeah, you guys have an estate tax, which is why when the Microsoft guy, when he died, the family had to sell Seattle. That is why Ralph Wilson's family sold the Bills, because they're like, we're not going to be able to afford the tax when he dies. So, we'd have to look into this a little bit more to see what actually happened. Maybe it may have been transferred to a shell company, so him dying may not have. Might be a shell company.
It might have been protected and trusted.
It might have been. Yeah. Yep, it might have been. And
Well,
and we will
RIP
have
Peter
we will have
Angelos.
we will have more baseball news next week, as more of the Ohtani fallout.
You know what? And as you were saying that, I was just sitting here in my head thinking, we probably should have shown the video of Otani's wife playing basketball.
Maybe.
She was something else. He was
Maybe.
sitting right there, proud as could be, just cheering her on.
But yeah, we're gonna
But
have
it's
more baseball news about the whole. It's still developing, and if you don't know, Shohan's interpreter had a large gambling debt, and somehow
he stole
money from Shohan. Well, no, Shohan saying, "Hey, I heard about it. I lent them." So there's still. We're going to find out more this week, and we'll talk about it next week. But the whole Shohan Ohtani, and it's going to lead into a larger discussion for us about baseball and betting, vis-a-vis the NFL, vis-a-vis.
Look at getting a sneak peek at next week already, man.
We already planned we already planned it out. We got show. We don't wait until an hour before the show to start working on the show. We're working on future shows.
I don't know what else to say about this guy and this story, Jeff.
Shout out to your boy Reed Stockman. He was the one that sent this stuff to me.
Yeah,
Reed Stockman sent this to me.
Other than the fact that it just continues to separate his ties to that area, I just hope that, when he goes into the kitchen and he wants to get a glass of water, right?
Okay.
The water doesn't turn on because he didn't pay his bill or something. That's what I want to happen.
Sure.
Not that I want him to not be able to drink, but
sure.
Maybe just the notice on the door that says, "Hey, you haven't paid your utility," right? I think that's what I want to happen to him.
All right.
But at least his mansion is now gone. So
Purple Haze, a minute 52, and Houston's winning on their way to the Sweet 16.
Living his 50,000-foot yacht.
Yeah.
That's it, Jeff. That's it. We're done with the stories. We're done with the catch up. We're done with the post of the week. We're done with the Did You Hear About? Are you ready?
I am.
Well, and now it's time for 5 guesses with Jeff Janek. He's going to take 5 guesses, and we're going to see how close he can be to getting it right. Jeffy, I told you I had a good one for you this week, and I did not lie. All right. Because in honor...
Because you've had some sketchy ones you have top Canadian inventions, but that was not top Canadian inventions.
In honor of March Madness, I am looking for the schools that have multiple national championships.
Oh, God.
And I will tell you that there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There's 15 schools that you can pick from. Okay, so that kind of helps your chances. So there's your 5 guesses. You're trying to find me the schools that have multiple national championships, Jeff.
Okay. Well, we're going to obviously go with the greatest team in the nation, Duke.
You would be correct. Duke has 5 national championships: 91, 92, 2001, 2010, and 2015.
Obviously, I'm going to go with the last back-to-back winner from 2006 and 2007, Florida.
Florida is correct, and those are their only national championships.
I want to say Georgetown.
You want to say Georgetown?
I do.
Georgetown does have a national championship, but they only have one.
They only have the one? Yeah, I knew they had the one with the
1984.
Yeah, I knew they had that one, and I thought they may have had another one.
Yeah, you're doing good so far.
Back in the day. That's why I said I wanted to say that. That was an official answer. I said I wanted to say it.
There's still some big names in here.
I know. I'm going to go Kentucky.
You would be right with Kentucky. They have 8. They won in 48, 49, 51, 58, 78, 96, 98, and 2012.
Oh, it pains me to say this. NC?
Yep, UNC 57, 82, 93, 2005, 2009, and 2017. They have 6. One more than Duke, Jeff.
Oh, it's painful. Like I said, it pains me to say it. Pains me to say it.
Purple Haze is firing them up in the chat.
I don't have the chat open.
I know you don't. I'm just letting you know. She's all over it.
Oh,
the last one's wrong.
Probably back in the day, I want to say, how about the University of California at Los Angeles?
That's it. They have the most, right? 11. That's where Luau Cinder played. He won all those championships, making him the GOAT, Purple Haze. 11, 64, 65, 67, and then this is where it gets crazy, Jeff. 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 75, and 95.
Yeah.
Crazy. All right. You've done very well.
Give
me one more.
One more. I don't think they are. Jimmy Kimmel's fake school, Gonzaga on there?
Unfortunately not, and that's the one that Purple Haze said that I was telling her that it was not on the list. So Gonzaga does not have a national championship.
I wasn't sure if they had 1 or 2. I wasn't sure about that. Okay. Did I say Kentucky or Kansas?
You said Kentucky.
Okay, then I'm going to go Kansas.
Yeah, that's fine. Kansas has 4. They won
because I couldn't remember which one I said. I knew it was one of the K ones. And if you had said, "Yeah, no, you didn't say Kentucky," that would have been my answer. If I
did good, 52, 88, 08, and 22.
Yeah,
Kansas.
I couldn't remember which one I had said before, and it was one of the K ones. Couldn't remember which K ones I went with.
So, Purple Haze, I think that school you're talking about is CCNY, and they won a national championship in 1950. So that was their only one. Okay, so let's run this down. UCA had 11, Kentucky had 8, UNC had 6, Duke, Indiana, and UConn have 5.
Oh, Indiana.
Okay. Yeah, and UConn, who you chose this year, right? Kansas has 4, Villanova, Villanova has 3.
Villanova, I forgot about them. That's who I was thinking instead of Gonzaga. I was thinking Villanova.
Right. Cincinnati, Florida, Louisville, Michigan State, NC State, Oklahoma State, and San Francisco each have 2. And then all of the teams that have 1 are Arizona, Arkansas, Baylor, California, CCNY, Georgetown, Holy Cross, LaSalle, Loyola Chicago, Marquette, Maryland, Michigan, Ohio State, Oregon, Stanford, Syracuse, UNLV, UTEP, Utah, Virginia, Wisconsin, and last but not least is Wyoming. And those are all of your national champions throughout history.
I was thinking Michigan, but I thought the Fab Five only had the 1. But I was thinking, did they have one, back in like the 70s or something, or 60s or 50s?
89 was Michigan's.
That was the Fab 5 year.
So you said it earlier. So the last back-to-back champion. So with UConn, still playing really strong, there's a good chance that they could repeat, right? So they would be the first back-to-back champion since 06-07, Florida Gators. Yep. And then I think prior to that was 91-92, which was Duke, if I'm not mistaken. So it doesn't happen a lot for back-to-back. But that's good.
Now,
Purple Haze was killing it, man. She had a lot of them in the chat there. Duke, NC, Florida, Kentucky, UConn. She was going nuts. That school was Villanova. Okay, and didn't UNV get in trouble? Yeah, they did. They were gambling, I think.
Crow Rez and I were debating about UConn because he said last week, there's no such thing as a defending champion, and I'm like, well, they're the champion. They're still the champion until August 8th.
School is, but it might be different players. I think is what he's saying, right? Like it might not be the same 5.
No, but they're still the champions until they get dethroned. They are still the defending. True. That team was the team that won. They are defending their title. So.
Very true.
Oh yeah, UNLV and the Len Bias. That was the whole Len Bias era. Remember him?
Not Len Bias. Len Bias was Maryland. So it was Isaiah Ryder, and it was Greg Anthony, and it was
no, wasn't Len Bias from UNLV the kid that died?
Len Bias played at Maryland, University of Maryland.
Who am I thinking of? Who's the NLV kid that passed away? Who am I thinking of?
We'll find out for you.
Somebody help me. There was the UNLV kid that passed away. Not Len Bias?
Huh. I don't know. My keyboard doesn't want to work right now.
I'm waiting for Crow to jump in with the answer or thing. Oh crap! Minute 4 left. They're ahead by what's that? 5? Ahead by 5. Houston's ahead by 5. Oh, is your boy Mac?
There was a football player that died. I don't know anything about a basketball player that died. UNLV had gotten in trouble because Tarkanian was like, I think some of the players were like taking money to like skimp games or something like that, right? Wasn't that UNLV team what that movie Blue Chips was made about? Larry Johnson was on UNLV. Yeah, I think Greg Anthony was on that team. Isaiah Ryder, I know, was on that team. And I thought there was one more. I thought they had 4 guys that were lights out. I can't remember if it was like I said Isaiah Ryder. Trying to think of who the other guy was. Jeff, are you talking about Hank Gathers that died? Stacy Augman was on that team. Stacy Augman was nasty. A lefty shooter, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Back in the day, didn't
Loyola Marymount. Another SEC team is about to bite the dust. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It ain't going to be happy. Oh, we're not talking about it.
No. Hank Gathers. No, why? Wasn't... I don't know what
Len Bias was the one that went to University of Maryland, and he had like a phenomenal year. And he was going to be drafted first overall, and then he OD'd.
Oh. Wasn't UNLV?
He was something else, man. Like you could still watch his highlight tapes today and think that he could play today. I mean, it's
I don't know.
Too bad we didn't get to see that.
I don't know. Okay.
I grew up in that area, so that's
55. Houston's ahead by 5. We can't call him her boy Mac, but her boy Mac might be. Is he? Ooh, 4 points, 53 seconds. Ooh. Armin Gilliam. There was something with UNLV. What am I? UNLV in basketball back in the. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. And I did look it up, and I got nothing.
That's funny.
What was the problem with UNLV? Why were they reprimanded a few years ago? Not more than a few years ago, like 30 years ago.
I don't know.
I got nothing.
I've got no clue.
Me neither.
No clue at all.
Well, look, Google knows I'm talking about UNLV basketball.
There you go. Hey, did you ever get your recognition for the gray-haired grumpy old man day?
No.
Sorry.
No.
Sorry. I should have had some recognition.
I tried. Oh, actually, that's Ann wished me a happy grumpy old man day. Ann
nice.
Yeah.
You can always count on Ann.
You can always count on Ann. Always count on 6 points.
Oh no. It's done, huh?
Well, there's still 52.9 seconds, which is an eternity in basketball.
It is.
So
we were losing 3-0 in hockey last night, and we scored with about 3 minutes left in the game. And one of the moms looked and she was like, "A lot can happen in 3 minutes in hockey." And I was like, "Oh yes, it can. You can see goals scored in rapid succession." So.
Did the Maple Leafs have a 3-0 lead against the Canes a while back?
A little bit. Thought we
Didn't
were
they
talking about it.
Didn't they lose? Oh, yeah. It's the Leafs. They always lose. Oh, 3 points, 40 seconds left.
They came down to my neck of the woods today, Jeff, and lost.
I was going to come. They said, "Do you want to come for the ride?"
You should have.
And I would have. I would have said I could, but Ryzak's always busy, so he wouldn't come see me, and he wouldn't have come see. Yeah, I could have done that.
I could have used Canada's third worst handyman.
Illegal payments of hotel bills, illegals of telephone credit cards, illegal touring of papers, illegal agents to route Claire's payments. Okay.
And that's just what they got caught for. But
that was UNLV in 1993. Okay, maybe that's what I was thinking about. That.
There was speculation about like strippers being given to the players, and shaving games. I'm pretty sure that UNLV team is what the movie Blue Chips was made about, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know that movie.
Or had some influence in the movie Blue Chips. Nick Nolte, Shaquille O'Neal, Penny Hardaway. Oh, such a good movie.
I got nothing.
You need to watch more movies, Jeff. You're not going to be watching this week, though, because you're going to be busy playing games. What are you doing this week?
SPG, you still kicking around? I think we're going to do Call to Arms. Call to Arms on Monday seems to be our thing. I know we altered it a little for Skull and Bones, but that game is dead to all of us now, I think.
Oh, really? That fast, huh?
Well, yeah, Crow's done with it, I think. I think he's uninstalled it. Actually, that's a lie. He played it on Luna, so he didn't have anything to install. But Will built his big ship, so there's really nothing left for Will to do. And Ray and I just had little baby ships, so I don't think we're grinding that. So, anyways, I think Monday's going to be Call to Arms again. Are we going to try the hard one that we can't do? Probably not. Are we going to do one of the other ones? Probably not. Are we just going to go kick ass in wherever the hell it is? Probably.
Yeah, that'll work.
And then I'm not sure what I'm going to do.
Woo, Call to Arms.
That's right. Call to Arms, baby. Are you around Wednesday night? You want to play some baseball? Blackwater. Thank you. That's the. I was going to say, oh yeah, Blackwater. I could not think of Blackwater, Crow. I just could not think of. I was going to call it Bakersfield, but I knew that wasn't right. I was having an old man moment. It's old man grumpy day, so I was having an old man grumpy day.
I'll need to get back to you.
Okay.
The reason it's taking me so long to answer you is because I'm running everything through my head on what we've got going on, and
that's all right.
I might be able to.
That's all right. I'll see if Doc's available.
We're on spring break this week. The kids are, and we're not going anywhere. So instead, we decided to remodel their bathroom. Right. So after work, I'm going into work mode. So it's just I deserve a break, So if I go hard at it tomorrow and Tuesday, I might be good to go. So
yeah, I think I'm going to put baseball on the schedule for Wednesday. If you're available to play, Doc's available to play.
The longer it takes me to get the bathroom done, the longer my kids have to share mine. So I'm like, nah, you need to get out of here.
Well, your son's a boy. He probably doesn't shower.
No, he actually does. He takes long showers. He's that guy. Yeah, everybody's got to worry about that guy. So, all right. So, yeah, I can let you know about Wednesday.
10 seconds left. 3-point lead. Purple.
Because we are definitely here all week. And then it'll be the final stretch of, I guess, my daughter's senior year there, right? So,
it's old man grumpy day everywhere around Gross House. That makes sense. Friday night, I was going to be doing something else, but then thanks to Squids, he pointed out to me that, and I gotta see if I have it on Nintendo Switch Online. You can also play Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games, which I had forgotten about. So I might actually just round out the month of NSO on Friday.
Nice.
I might do that.
Okay.
I think that's what I might do. And then I think in April it's going to be the Great Escape. This is what it's about.
Great Escape.
This is what it's about. But I got 3 new games, so they may bump that. We'll have to see.
I got you.
We will have to see. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Who's playing Duke? Is it going to be Texas A&M? Is it going to be Houston?
Let me definitely find you tomorrow or Tuesday to let you know about Wednesday.
I'm also going to check with the good doctor too.
Okay.
Check with the good doctor because all three of us doing the home run competition, that would be kind of fun.
That would be fun. Yeah.
The three of us doing the home run.
Yeah. Jeff is going to play some Dragon's Dogma 2. He loves the microtransactions. We're not talking about it.
He missed the beginning. He missed the beginning of the show, so he doesn't know we're not talking about that. Crow, I had in my hand today. I didn't send you the picture. I had in my hand PlayStation 3 version of Dragon's Dogma, but I didn't buy it. It was $5. I didn't buy it. The lineup to pay was too long, and I'm by the time I get around to playing it, Dragon's Dogma will be over. Nobody will be caring about it anymore. No, let's talk about Inspector Schmidt. Can we talk about Inspector Schmidt? Oh, 1 second. 1 second. Oh, 1 second. Texas A&M has the ball. Is the possession arrow? Possession arrow is at Texas A&M. 1 second. Maybe Purple Haze might be ahead of me. As far as my screen is showing me 1 second. They called that a jump ball? Oh, they called that a jump ball? Oh, they called that a jump ball. I didn't see. That did not look jump ball-like. Oh, 1.2 seconds. Purple. Let's take a look here. Let me look at the replay. Okay, he's got it. He flips it to him. He shoots. Bounces off. He gets the rebound. He shoots it. He's got it. These two guys, that was a quick whistle on the jump ball. Wow, that was very quick. I don't know if you're watching. Go back and watch that. That's almost as bad as the Stanford play where the guy clearly knocked it down and screwing. So, inspector in German must not mean the same thing in English. So I was playing this game, and there was this barrel blocking my way, and I tried to talk to some dudes. Turns out I had to go talk to the little kid, and then I had to make a doll, and I had to scare these guys. And the entire chat is like, really? You just can't break the barrel? Why can't you climb over the barrel? Why can't? What is this? And the game was called Inspector Schmidt. The game started off in German, and I had to switch it to English. And then the graphics was all wonky doodles, and the beginning of this, yeah. And so the whole game, Crow was getting completely stressed out by this game because I was running around in the dark trying to find these sticks so I could make this. And I kept running out of pretzels, and I had to keep running back to the little boy to get I had to get little pretzels from a boy, and and the game's called Inspector Schmidt, but there was not a lot of inspecting going on. Throw in. It's up for three.
Did Texas Tech win?
Tie game. They were down by 3. They inbound it to the guy. He hit the 3. Tie game at the end of regulation.
Wow, a lot of brackets are going to be busted if Houston goes down.
Tie game. Let's see. He inbounds it. Oh, he left the guy open. What happened? He was wide open. Oh, was it a pick?
Oh, my God.
Oh, it looked like it was a pick. Could have been a pick. Oh, he was left open, and he hit it. Hit the 3 to tie the game. Purple. Yes, that was was it a well-executed play or was it bad defense? How did he get open? Was that I guess it was a good pick and roll? Left the guy open. Oh, they're shirtless, dude.
Good game.
Somebody on Texas is shirtless. Oh, he's drinking. Look at that. What a surprise. All right. a little bit of both. Oh, there you go. There you go, folks. Real time. What other show do you get real time sporting updates? Real time.
That's right. Not even Sports Center has updated that yet because they were at commercial break.
Well, there you go. All right. So yeah, maybe I'll see. Maybe we'll play some weight on Wednesday. Maybe we'll play some Wednesday.
Okay.
I'll check with the doc and tell him I'm putting it on the schedule. So
Yeah.
should have kept with the zone, but college. Yeah. Well,
they don't run the box and one as much as they used to. I always love the box and one. You know what the box and one is, Jeff?
I do, but you want to explain it for the audience? For the Crow Resins and the SPGs of the world? Oh, Crow Resin probably knows. The SPGs and the Reeds of the world?
Four people lined up in a square. So basically one at each elbow and one at each block, and then you have one floater that follows the best player around.
Looks like Yale's going to lose. Looks like Yale's getting killed. It's a good shot. I don't know how he ended up so wide open.
Wow.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I'm watching it right now. Yeah, wide open, great release. I mean,
was it a pick? Was it a pick right before that?
I was going to say somebody had to have gotten picked for him to get open because he even slipped a little bit.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Interesting.
13-3 run in the final
5 minutes. 5 more minutes.
I know that gives me time to go clean up down here, and then go up and watch John Oliver with the Big Mac.
Okay, sounds like
I got my bat. I am ready to take on the Ryzak.
Go. I'll let you know if we can do it Wednesday. Then,
I'm gonna put it on the schedule regardless, and I'll see if Doc's available.
Even if he starts with you, I might be able to finish.
Cool.
So
sweet.
I'll keep you posted. Okay.
Sounds good.
Hey, thanks everybody for coming in here tonight and checking out the show, learning some new stuff, and then when you go to Twitter tomorrow, you'll hear all about it.
Yes.
Why is your bat bent? You hitting it against a tree?
My bat is a little bent. Yes, Crow. My bat is a little bent.
Jiminy Christmas.
My bat is a little bent. This is not the bat I used when I play ball. I do not use this bat anymore.
Gotcha.
But it is a little bent. Put it here. There you can see it. You can see it better when it's lined up with the bottom.
Unbelievable.
Yes, that's how we do baseball in Canada. It's from hitting icicles and snowballs. So we hit.
If you hit with a curved bat, you have a better chance to send it to left or right field.
Possibly,
depending on which way you hold the curve.
Maybe I could just try using it this way.
Yeah. Have you ever tried to use it that way? It's very difficult.
I have not.
Yeah, they used to make us do that with tennis balls.
I have not. It's how we do it. It's how we do it in Canada. I'm a little bent. I use a bent bat.
Nice.
But this is
right.
This is for prop. This is the prop. If you go look at my video, it's in there. Bad AI too. I got to figure out a better way of doing it. So, anyways, thanks everybody. Tomorrow night, call to arms, 8:00. Me, SPG, Ray, and the Crow Resin.
Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful week.
You guys too.
See you next time.
See ya.